good at getting stops.
Yeah, Kevin, this is going to be one of those chess match basketball games we get a chance to see. Difference, I think, will be the team that can somehow get easy baskets will make the difference.
Now here's Irving. Harden surveying the D. KD on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Harden the pass to Irving. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Here's the Clippers. Here's Beverly. The pass to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Pass to Morris. Leonard kicks to Beverly. George with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Beverly wide open. Great positioning on the putback.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
Harden dishes to Jordan. Stolen by George. Beverly against Irving. And here's Beverly. Pass to Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
Kawhi Leonard.
That free throw good from Leonard. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for the Clippers. And so he makes both from the line.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Outside Irving. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And Harden now, top of the key. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Nobody near George. Nailed from three-point land.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Now, here is Harden. Kicks to Jordan. Irving with the ball. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Sometimes I think Kyrie likes to get contact, probably because he can still finish through it.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Beverly looking around. Passes to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. The 3. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Cousins. Ibaka's got his second basket.
One of the best passes at the center position. Just another way Cousins affects scoring.
Takes the 3. Harden's shot is off. Clippers leading by 7. And here's Leonard from 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now here's Harden. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Now, here's Kennard. And it's blocked by Jordan. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And now, let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Batum against Griffin. Morris passes to Kennard. Lets it go from 11.
You know we focus on his offense so much. Sometimes you forget the kind of impact Durant can have as a defender.
On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Kennard for three. Rebound, Brooklyn. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
20 seconds left to play in the first. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Durant kicks to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
And without a doubt, one of the most advanced scorers this game has ever seen. Harden can do damage from just about anywhere.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And still a close game as the first quarter comes. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves.
This game, it's a physical game, obviously, but
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Reason why: excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
They've got Kennard. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
The developing feel Reggie Jackson has for scoring inside, playing much more under control these days.
Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut to just 5 on the basket from Luwawu.
I mean, that's a good job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
And there's the pass to Zubac. Now, here is Morris. Defense right on him. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Dinwiddie kicks to Brown. Got a piece of it. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Kennard for 3. That one, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Down low, here's Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
When DeAndre is going up for the dunk, no one is stopping him. He's one of the most powerful dunkers this game has ever seen.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Dinwiddie outside. Passes it to Jordan. Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Clippers leading by 5. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Kennard for 3. The rebound by Luwawu.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Brown the pass to Jordan. Here's Luwawu. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Luwawu, the pass to Jordan. Rebound by the Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. Jackson looking it over. Pass to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. Connects from three-point range. Kennard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
And the rejection by Zubac. Green dishes to Jordan. Here's Luwawu. No good on the 3. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Pass to Kennard. A 3-ball. Here's Zubac. An easy 2 points on the layup. Zubac has got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Luwawu. They get it back. Here's Jordan, and he banks in the layup. Jordan's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Passes it to Kennard. From outside the arc, buries it from three-point range. And the Clippers lead by 13.
When Kennard is that set up, he almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
And so it's...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And for the Clippers, and that'll do.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Los Angeles leading by 13. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Griffin is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. Harden finds Griffin. Trying to find Harden. And he's got it now. Jordan's shot is off.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And it's Leonard missing. Nets trail by 16. A shot by Harden, wide open. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
KD against Leonard. But they recover it. Everly for 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The 3. Here's Jordan. Harden with room to shoot. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
Ibaka looking for an opening.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole. We all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, DA. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Short, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
DeAndre is very skilled at going up into contact. Tough for the defense to be able to stop him without fouling.
The Nets have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. No good on that one. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Dinwiddie is checked in for Brooklyn. Zubac the pass to Kennard. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Kennard's got 10.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's KD, and finished off by KD.
Phenomenal concentration by Durant. Physical play is not going to throw him off.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Marcus Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins.
Marcus Morris.
Jackson against Harden. Batum trying to break loose. Jackson misses. Nets trail by 15. Out to the right wing. Dinwiddie dishes to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. There's the pass to Kennard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game.
A crafty lefty with tons of range. You can't take your eyes off Luke Kennard defensively.
Harden way outside. They grab their own miss. Here's Jordan. Second chance shot. And the shot is long.
Missed opportunity, wide open for mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
That shot wide open. And the Clippers lead by 19.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
You know, flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Jackson from long range. A rebound by the Nets. KD's got 5 rebounds tonight.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
There's the feed to Ibaka. The shot, no good. Nice D from Griffin. And here we go, the fast break with Dinwiddie. Harden kicks to Dinwiddie. To the middle. Jordan finds Harden. Stolen by Jackson. One-on-one fast break. Kennard for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Kennard's got 16 points.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Nets trail by 18. We've got Ibaka. Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum, and it's Morris in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, I'm surprised at the lack of adjustments defensively. Jordan's been killing them all night.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Fires from deep. To the inside. Out to Ibaka. Stolen by Harden. Here's Dinwiddie. Finished off the break.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active.
Harden against Jackson. Kennard for three. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 6 assists now in the game.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Harden up top, guarded by Jackson. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Marcus Morris. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Irving with a clean look. And the Nets miss again.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Batum dishes to Beverley. Right side Leonard. Step back shot. Count it. And the Clippers lead by 18.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard. Just taking what the defense gives him.
Brown feeling it out a bit. And taken away by Brown. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Finished off the break.
Out in transition, Kyrie finds his spot down the court. Finishes the job.
George against Brown. From deep. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Brooklyn with another turnover here.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
So for the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Cousins in for Nicholas Batum. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. George passes to Zubac, and he gets the bucket.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Irving kicks to KD. Yep, that one goes.
He has to show real leadership out there and take this game into his own hands because he's shooting the ball well.
George double teamed. There's 1:47 left in the fourth. Shoots off the step back. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got 6 rebounds in the game. Brown dishes to Griffin. And then Durant with the jam.
Great look by Blake Griffin. When your foreman has that ability to pass the basketball, it's a major advantage.
The 3 from George. No good. Shot missing. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Outside Irving. From down in the low post, it goes. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Los Angeles.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And here's George for 3. And it's George again missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Brown finds Irving. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And it's Brown missing. And so Beverley will bring it up for Los Angeles. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Now George. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The beaches of Santa Monica. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Morris in at the small forward. Shot from the top of the key. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Holiday against Beverley. Back to DiVincenzo. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
Middleton looking it over. Tries it from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. Over Holiday. Tips it, and Ibaka is right there.
I have always loved the intensity with which Serge Ibaka plays, especially on the glass. He understands how to use his length.
Now here is Holiday, and the pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Leonard. Antetokounmpo, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the wide open shot from Morris. And it's off from three-point range. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
But if you give Lopez a 7-footer this much room, it's over.
Here's George after the basket by Milwaukee. Pass to Beverly. Puts up a 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Second shot opportunity, and yes, it's good. And it's a tie ball game.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Now, here is George. Outside Leonard. Over Giannis. Here's Ibaka. The putback, and Leonard stays with it.
Kawhi Leonard, still one of the hardest working players in the league. Active on the offensive glass there.
Middleton outside. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you join the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Passes it to DiVincenzo. A second chance effort. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Beverly dishes to George. .116 left here in the first quarter. Off the mark with the little step back Johnny. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's DiVincenzo. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the contest.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Yes, that goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 6. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Pass to George. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Lopez passes to Giannis. Outside Holiday. Middleton with it. Guarded now by Morris. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Kennard for 3. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Bucks on top. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the court for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Free throw good. Giannis. Clippers trail by 6. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Bucks making a change here. Tucker's checked in. The pass to Kennard from the arc. But they'll get another chance. Goes back up. And the layup by Jackson.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Teague against Jackson. Stolen by Zubac. It's 2-on-1. Pull up Jay. Cousins on the follow.
Let's remember that a 7'6" wingspan accompanies the frame of DeMarcus Cousins. Somebody might want to box him out.
Jackson against Teague. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Kennard for 3. And the Clippers miss again. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Teague. Tries again. Pass to Portis. Back to Teague. 5 to shoot. The tray. No good on that one. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Connaughton. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got 6. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Teague deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Here's Tucker. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. And the Bucks lead by 2.
How about that? That is exactly how you thread the needle. Jeff Teague demonstrating incredible vision.
Kennard for 3. He can't hit that time.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And stolen by Cousins. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Doesn't go that time. Here's Connaughton. Kennard covering. Now Tucker. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Now the Clippers moving it up. 18 feet out. Kennard's shot is off.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Nora. Bangs home the trifecta. Nora's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, Jeff Teague knows how to get by and find teammates. That's pretty right there.
Pass to Kennard. Fires for 3. He's off on that one.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
23 seconds left in the first half. Here's Tucker. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, that's just superb coordination and balance right there. Tucker's hard to move once he gets the ball inside.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Clippers trail by 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jackson against Holiday. The drive by Jackson. The putback. Cousins on the follow.
Well, how about the timing of DeMarcus Cousins? This guy physically strong and has an innate sense for where the ball is coming off.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that should...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
We've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Ibaka in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. George against DiVincenzo. George passes to Beverly. Banked in off the glass.
Paul George will force you to stay balanced defensively because if you have a miscue, he will find the open guy.
Pass to Middleton. Holiday with it. Leonard picks him up. Tucker. That shot off.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
And he gets it to go.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
The pass to Tucker. It's stolen by Morris. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. George hacks a 2-pointer. Again, Los Angeles.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Top of the key, Holiday. Lets it fly. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Holiday's got 5 points so far.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Pass to George. Lets it go with a 3. A 3-pointer is right on target. He has 7.
80% shooting to start the third. 4 for 5.
And here's Holiday. He's got 5. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And no good that time. Some solid defense from Ibaka. Nobody near George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Holiday. Inside. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
Passes to Giannis. To end the run. He is hauled in by Paul George. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The lead is 2. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's in there.
The defensive intensity must pick up. It hasn't been the same this half.
Now here is Holiday. To the paint. Changes up. And Giannis with the layup.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Outside, George. Beverly looking around. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping.
The 3 from George. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Clippers have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Kennard. This one for 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Teague with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills. And tonight, it's been about the score. He's put this offense on his back.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Portis is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Teague, and it's Connaughton in at the shooting guard.
And how about the initiative there from Antetokounmpo? Excellent at seeing lanes to the basket and then just taking advantage.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Up again. The shot, no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. And Teague, here we go. Some solid defense there from Jackson. The Clippers trail. Batum passes to Cousins. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player putting an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
Well, you think back to DeMarcus Cousins' career. Because of his skill set on the low block, he has spent a lot of time at the foul line.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And that one, good.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Here's T. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Now Kennard. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Cousins finds Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Kennard for 3. The Clippers get another chance here. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
That one good for 2.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And here's Jackson. Now the pass to Kennard. Up top, Zubac. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Now here is Holiday. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Middleton on the wing over Morris. Middleton can't get it to go.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And we all know about Middleton's shooting ability, but don't underestimate his explosiveness at the rim.
And here's George for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Bucks trail. Pass to Giannis. Kicks it to Lopez. Outside Holiday. Back to Lopez. Outside Holiday. Passes it to Middleton. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Dash to Leonard. 3-pointer. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Giannis kicks to Holiday. Leonard against Giannis. There's the pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Antetokounmpo. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Everly with the ball. George looking over the floor. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Antetokounmpo. Holiday against Beverly. Stolen by George. And here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Got it!
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Holiday dishes to Middleton. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. Lillard and McCollum. Jones is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. Now here's Beverley. Back to Ibaka. And there's the pass to Beverley. Just 5 on the clock. That shot misses. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
Beverley with the ball. Pass to Leonard. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Lillard from outside. The rebound by Paul George. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. The 15-footer. George, no good. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They get it back. Over in the corner, Lillard. Paul George with the steal. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's Beverley. Portland making their last shot. From deep three-point range, Beverley, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I'll tell you what, they are effort players, and then at the next level, there's Patrick Beverley.
Lillard fires away from way outside. That one misses. 3 shots, all come up empty. Leonard inside, defended by Jones. Leonard with the bucket.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Here's George, following the score by Damian Lillard. Back to George from past the arc. The putback, and Ibaka is right there.
Excellent timing on the offensive glass, and Ibaka takes advantage of the second chance opportunity.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. A minute 50 left in the first quarter. Feeds it to Covington. And that one drops for him.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assists. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
And here's Beverly. Outside, George. There's the three. And it's rebounded by Covington.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Batum finds George. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Portland moving the ball around. The three from McCollum. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
George with no one around. George missing again.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. It's good.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Jones looking for an opening. Back to Lillard. Clock at 6. A step back shot here. It's hauled in by George.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he's...
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 3 slot. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Now here's Powell. Here's Cantor. Offside Collins. And stolen by Cousins. Here's Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10", with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alden.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season, the Blazers were beset by injuries, and they fell short of their goals. Their star, Damian Lillard, said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way. That they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity is ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Trailblazers trail by 10. And the dunk by Powell.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Kennard against Powell. To the middle. Here's Zubac. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Zubac has got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings to the table.
And that one is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Powell against George. Got a piece of it. 1:44 left to play in the first half. And the 3 off target.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now, here is George. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. George has got 6.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Now here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Good on the triple. And the Clippers lead by 13.
When Kennard is that set up, he almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
McCollum against Kennard. And the basket by McCollum.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Jackson against Lillard. Jackson misses. Trailblazers trail by 11. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's McCollum. Here's Nurkic. And no good, trying to use the glass.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Jackson against Lillard. Passes it to Kennard. There's the triple. No good that time. And so it's Los Angeles. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 11. Shaq, what was your...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Batum, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here is Lillard after Paul George getting his 3 to go.
and close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Anthony against Leonard. Ibaka down low. Great D that time from Nurkic. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And it's George missing.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Pass to Leonard. George against McCollum. And that one hits back iron.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And Covington stays with it. Covington's got it back down to within single digits for Portland.
Showing off the agility and quickness. Covington knows where to get when the break is on.
Leonard, the pass to Beverly. On the wing, Batum. McCollum against George. And the shot goes in. George has got 11 points.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
To the inside. McCollum outside. For the three. It's stolen by Ibaka. Leonard against Anthony. Ibaka for three. Offensive rebound. And Batum kicks to George. Another shot. That one goes in. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
There's a minute 40 left in the third. Lillard with the bucket. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Now Leonard. Nicholas Batum missing from long range. And that one is off. Trailblazers trail by 11. And a wide open look for McCollum. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 7.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And the pass to George. Batum against Covington. The offensive rebound.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim. You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
The three from George. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 16.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Beverly against Lillard. Out to the right wing. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Stolen by Collins. And another turnover here by Portland.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
Stolen by Collins. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Portland, they've got Norman Powell. Collins is out there with Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. Now here's Powell. Wide open look. And right on target. Good. And the Clippers have possession. They've led by as many as 14 points. Back to Jackson. It's stolen by Jones. Unhindered. Going all the way. And the dunk by Powell.
Now that could be a major moment in this game. Just when we thought this contest might be over, a steal, a fast break, and it's hold everything time.
Now here's Jackson. Here's Cousins. Pass to Kennard. No good with the triple.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
Clippers leading by 7. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Passes to Simons. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Kanter, excellent with that read.
Jackson looking it over. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 6.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Here's Simons. In the corner, Powell with it. 6 to shoot. And the dunk by Powell.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coach's speech because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
The shot's good from Kennard.
A knockdown shooter with excellent range. Kennard gives your offense the floor spacing it needs.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Powell for 3. No good on that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Kennard finds Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game. Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Shoots. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Trailblazers trail by 10. Powell, no one around him, sinks the triple. Powell's got 9 points now in just the second half.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Jackson up top. We've got 1:18 left in the game. Here's the 3. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Jones. Powell against Kennard. The pass to Simons. He feeds it to Kanter. Inside leaner. It's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And his teammates love it. Kanter taking charge on a huge possession. You can just see him brimming with confidence, not afraid of the big moment.
Now here's Jackson. Now here's Kennard. Back to Jackson. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Both teams will make substitutions. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Left side, Batum. Outside, Leonard. So the Clippers with the win. It was up. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. lead. Thanks, David. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Cousins in at the 4 spot. And for Brooklyn, Durant is out there with Griffin. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at the 2-guard spot. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And, you know, the intensity Leonard plays with on defense is impressive, using his huge hands to claw the ball away.
Harden kicks to Irving. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. Durant, the pass to Harden. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. And Griffin stays with it.
And ever since entering the league, that's been one of Griffin's favorite ways to score, attacking that offensive glass.
Now here's Leonard. Back to Beverley. Down low. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Harden outside. Passes it to Griffin. Back to Harden. From deep. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
Pass to Leonard. Now Beverley. Back to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Beverley against Irving. They get the rebound. Here's Cousins. And it's sent back by Irving.
Irving bringing a little more intensity to the defensive end there, using his speed to get ahead of that shot.
A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
The Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Fires the 3. Cousins pulls it in. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Over to the wing. George against Harden. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him when we used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
How about that? Cousins throwing it down on the alley-oop. Go ahead, big fella.
Harden dishes to Irving. Tries from 10. Good as the jump shot falls.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
George looking over the floor. Kicks it out to Leonard. Count that one.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now here's Durant. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Irving. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Leonard And Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 6 points.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
Out to the wing. Griffin finds Irving. On the wing, Harden. Stolen by Beverly. Outside, George knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 5.
Nice release on the shot. George has put a lot of work into his mechanics. And I like the way he continues to impress from beyond the arc.
Harden gets the bucket.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at... And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the ground.
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
Well, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnover.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Reggie Jackson. Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Zubac in at the center position.
Well, you've got to respect Jordan as a shot blocker. He's one of the best in the league. His length and explosiveness make him a great rim protector.
Pass to KD. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Nicholas Batum.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
So for the Nets, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Griffin. Brown comes in for James Harden. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. The pass to Kennard from downtown. The rebound by the Nets.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Dinwiddie kicks to KD. It's hauled in by Zubac. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Nets trail by 4. Passes it to KD. Takes a 3. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
Jackson against Dinwiddie. Jackson kicks to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Jordan finds Brown. Dinwiddie outside. Durant in the corner. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Jackson's got the ball. Can't hit that one. Nets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, DeAndre Jordan has made his bones in the NBA with force and athleticism. At that time on the break, nice finishing touch.
Pass to Kennard. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's KD. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Brown against George. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
To the paint. Here's Durant. That shot is off. Great D that time from Leonard. George against Brown. Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
And 1:01 left in the first half of basketball. Brown kicks to Green. Outside for KD. Pocket 2 from deep three-point range. The long distance 3 is buried. KD's got 5 points in the quarter.
Just was a step beyond the half-court line. Durant a threat to let it fly. Great range.
A nice shot by George.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Dinwiddie dishes to Green. Brown feeling it out a bit. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Back to Brown. Launches it. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside Leonard. Steps back and fires. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of it.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a solid 8-point lead. Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers? And
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
They've got Green. He's out there with Jordan. Brown out there with Luwawu. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now the pen, and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Beverly against Dinwiddie. Now here's Beverly. He's guarded close. Count that bucket. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Outside, Green. The dish to Jordan. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. To the left side wing. Outside, Green. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Misses the layup. Clippers leading by 8. Beverly with the ball. To the inside, and Jordan sends it back.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Beverly against Dinwiddie. They get a hand on it. Dinwiddie with the steal. Offensive rebound. Outside, Green. Back to Dinwiddie. He dishes it to Green. Shot clock at 5. With the fadeaway. It's hauled in by Beverly. Clippers have gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And it's Leonard missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Clippers leading by 6. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, no good by the Clippers. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Jordan inside. Leonard's there. Jordan can't get it to go. Kennard for 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
And the team has gotten it done here in spite of his performance. Still 0 from the field.
And he gets it back. Green, no luck.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. We've got 1:08 left in the third. Outside, George. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, George so long in all limbs, arms and legs, and he covers a lot of space in short bursts of time because of it.
Here's Harden. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. For Brooklyn, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And, you know, the Beard continues to impress, continues to get better, and MVP candidate seemingly every season. Now, I've got a question, though. How does he maintain the look of that beard?
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. It's his first trip to the line.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Johnson finds Harden. The pass to Claxton. Clock at 6. Nets passing it around. Stolen by Jackson. Nobody near George. No good from outside.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Harden outside. And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Outside, George. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's on Kevin Durant.
I like how George looks for contact. He kind of seeks it out. He doesn't back away from the hard physical contact. He knows he's going to get a chance to get to the line when he does take the contact.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 11. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Nets trail by 11. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Batum. And it's Jackson in at the 1.
You know what the result's going to be when Durant makes a move to the bucket like that. Just a matter of how hard is he going to throw it down.
Here's Jackson. Outside, George. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. George has got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers. Now Harden. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by George.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Jackson with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. From outside, off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go.
Oh, what a play! Woo!
Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. Brooklyn making some changes. Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Irving subbed in for Johnson. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Kennard's checked in. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Nets. Trailing by 10. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Pass to Kennard. Jacks up a 3. Was shot missing. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. A shot by Harden. Wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 8. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Kennard for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Kennard's got his first 3 points of the game. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
And this is why you got to be in Harden's jersey. I mean, if you lay off of him for a second, he burns you with that quick shot.
Irving against Jackson. Six to shoot. Kennard for 3. Drills it from outside.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
From deep, Harden. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. .149 left in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Beverly. The deep 3 from George. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Paul George.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Pass to Leonard. From deep. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Launches a 3. Irving finds Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Focus, intense focus. Durant has bundles of it. Once he catches the rock, the first thing on his mind is let it go.
Beverly looking around. George, that's a two-pointer. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. They can score it here, but it won't mean much.
Kevin, turn out the...
Yes, sir.
That was incredible.
Oh, man. Boy, the elevation from Durant should come as no surprise there. I mean, he's dangerous above the rim, and he can go way above it too, folks.
So the Clippers with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty... David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for... For the Clippers. Ibaka is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1. And for the Bucks, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small 4. Now here is Holiday. Double team on Holiday. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Buries the long-range jumper. The great fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
And that one's good. Beverly.
I like seeing Patrick Beverly attack the interior. Sometimes he becomes too perimeter oriented.
On the wing, Holiday. Defended by Beverly. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
George looking over the floor. Morris outside. Pass to Beverly. Ibaka with the ball. Lopez covering. Just 5 on the clock. And that one, good.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Now here is Holiday. Takes the 3. Kept alive. Here's Giannis. The pass to Lopez. Shoots over Leonard. Goes up again. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame. And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Now here's Beverly. Ring shot on the way. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Here's Lopez. And to Kumbo inside. Leonard's there. And that one's good by Giannis.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Now here is George. Now here's Leonard. Ibaka outside. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Passes to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo kicks to DiVincenzo. Over George. Here's Lopez. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Now here is Ibaka. Here's the dish to Leonard. Pass to Beverly. The 3 from George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
And Middleton kicks to Lopez. Antetokounmpo against Morris. It's stolen by Morris. Beverly with the ball. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And here comes the break. The shot by Middleton, wide open. It's hauled in by Beverly.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Now here's Beverly. Outside, George. 4 on the shot clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Milwaukee, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Middleton for 3. That shot off. And the Clippers will come the other way. The shot by George, wide open. A three-pointer, no good. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And it's Chris Middleton with the 3.
And this is what Middleton does. Hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Pass to Leonard. Launches a 3. Drains the three-pointer. Leonard's got 5.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Both teams have it going here early. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback.
Old school basketball. Yeah.
Well, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Reggie Jackson, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Kennard in at the shooting guard position. Now the pass to Kennard. Here's the 3. They get it again. Jackson has the open look. That's tipped out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And here is Teague. Passes it to Portis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
High percentage look for him, but bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Jackson down low, guarded by Tucker. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Here's T. No points in the game yet for him. Inside. Tucker with the ball. Cousins is there. Clock at 6. Teague dishes to Tucker. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Jackson with it. Picked up by Teague. Pass to Kennard. Corner shot. Rebounded by Tucker.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Mora, the pass to Teague. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Cousins, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. 1:44 left to play here in the half. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Steps back and fires. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Beverly against T. Back to Tucker. 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Ibaka. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball. Morris outside. Pass to Leonard. Kicks to Beverly. Shoots over Portis. And it's Beverly missing. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Now George. 5 points in the game. The pass to Morris. The 3. They get it back. It's not going to go for him. The Bucks trail. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Nwora, the pass to Connaughton to the middle. Here's Tucker. Passes it to Portis. He dishes it to T. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Bucks lead by 2.
Great look by Portis. For a young player, he really understands what they're trying to do.
And George with the stuff.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Tie game. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
We've got Bobby Portis. P.J. Tucker is out there with Teague, and it's Nwora in at the 3 slot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Back to Portis. Morris with the block. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. Holiday with the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Now, here's Kennard. Beverly with the ball. Back to Kennard. Three-pointer. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
When Kennard is that set up, he almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. To the inside. Here's Antetokounmpo. Great that time from Leonard.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Ibaka outside. And here's Morris for 3.
As a defender, Middleton can suffocate you with his length. Nice stop there.
And the Bucks miss again.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
Pass to Leonard. Left side Ibaka. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. But they get it back. And here's Los Angeles. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Kennard's shot is off.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
And Giannis throws it down.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor. And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Leonard, no luck.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Good on the bucket. Giannis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday staying very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
Pass to Kennard. Beyond the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Kennard's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Clippers. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Outside Leonard. And there's the pass to Kennard. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Kennard's got 9 points here in the second half.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Kennard for 3. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fires from 18. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut to just 9 on the basket from Holiday.
As a coach, you're comfortable with Holiday taking that shot. He has a good feel from the mid-range.
And here's Leonard. There's the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by... The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. 9-point game. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Cousins in at the 4-man position. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. George trying to break free.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And for Milwaukee, They're shooting in this game 45%. Outside Holiday. Middleton on the wing. Offline with his three. Clippers leading by 9. Batum dishes to George. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Misses the three. Floats it up for Giannis. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Zubac. And contact on the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Jackson against T. Pass to Cousins. Puts up a three. Hands it from downtown. Cousins has got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Jackson passes to Zubac. Misses in close.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Here's Connaughton. It's good from long range.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Los Angeles leading by 7. Here's George. Outside Jackson. For the three. That's good for George on the assist by Jackson.
Though he doesn't show a lot of expression, PG-13 is ultra competitive. Claps back from distance.
And the pass to Morrow. And another three for Milwaukee.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Beverley for three. No good there. Holiday with the defensive effort. Bucks trail by 7. Stolen by George. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
The Bucks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. And another three for Milwaukee.
Incredible. Holiday, a determined player, a competitive player, takes over when it counts.
54 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Beverley finds Leonard. Fires for three. And Patrick Beverley good for 3. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. George, that's a two-pointer. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
They couldn't make enough plays when it mattered. Interesting game, though, in terms of some of the matchups. You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
And George kicks to Beverly. And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. In the NBA, David, thank you. And the Clippers starting five. We've got Ibaka. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Jones, and it's Nurkic in at the five. And it's Lillard missing.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Beverly wide open. Off target with his three. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Three-pointer, Lillard. That shot off the mark. So the Clippers will take it the other way. A wide open look here for Ibaka. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Puts it up from 17. The putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting to second chances.
Outside Leonard. From outside the arc, drains it from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
George against McCollum. And George kicks to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
George passes to Leonard. Oh, Morris in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
That's a 2 from Lillard. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Leonard kicks to Beverly. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard, or you'll get dunked on.
Passes it to George. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. The Trailblazers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And perhaps the best defender in the NBA, Leonard's huge hands and quick instincts help him grab a ton of steals.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And it's Beverly missing. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George dishes to Beverly. Back to George. Baseline jumper. They grab their own miss. And Ibaka is right there. 17 seconds left in the first. Now Lillard. He's got 8. McCollum outside. Takes a 3. And no good. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Clippers ahead. They lead by 1. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, I like the attitude they've shown coming in here. I mean, really applying pressure and trying to give this crowd nothing to cheer about.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland. McCollum, no good. The Clippers in the lead. Kennard, the pass to Batum. The tray, and that's good. Luke Kennard for 3. Kennard's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Clippers. Jackson against Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, Lillard has some ridiculous handles. His ball control simply sublime.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Cousins. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Wow, and Jackson is just crafty down his side. He has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
And here's Covington from the arc. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt. And you look at Robert Covington, first-team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. Norman Powell's checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Here's Batum. Pass to Kennard. From deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
It's Jackson with the drive. Here's Zubats, and the dunk by Zubats.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
And the dunk by Covington.
Oh, the impressive reach on display. Covington has a strong feel for when he has to go for the alley-oop.
Outside Jackson. Kennard for 3. He can't get it to go. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Powell, no one around him. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. There's the pass to Kennard. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Simons surveying the D. And he jams it with authority.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Passes to Kennard. All sorts of time. And Cantor pulls it down.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
And the dunk by Powell.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. 1:11 left in the first half.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Cousins.
With overpowering strength and athleticism, Cousins is a handful to deal with around the rim.
Inside, intercepted. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Jackson, and the layup falls. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Simons. Powell for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Powell's got 9 points.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Pass to Kennard. There's the triple. Zubats chip back in for 2. Zubats has got 6 in the quarter.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 10 points. Well, he's been... And that does it for our...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Morris in at the small forward position.
So agile. Ibaka able to quickly come up and set the screen, then quickly rolls into position for the score.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Outside, Jones. Back to McCollum. Lays it up and banks it in. McCollum's got his first points of the game.
And McCollum is remarkably quick. Love seeing him put it on the deck and finish at the rim.
The deep 3 from George. No good on the triple. Trailblazers leading by 4. And it's McCollum off the drive, and the shot goes down.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And it's George finishing it off.
Man, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. He gets that one.
In the mid-range. Rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
The three from George. George missing again. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Lobs it up for Anthony. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
And that one's good, Anthony.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
Beverly with the ball. Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
Here's Ibaka. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's George. That doesn't go either for George.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all. And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
And the fantastic end-to-end speed of Ibaka is so hard for opposing bigs to keep up with.
And it's slammed in by Jones.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. McCollum against Beverly. And here's George for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Man, awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Lillard from outside. Jones finds Lillard. And Portland again with the bucket.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
1:05 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Kennard. Fires from deep. The shot misses. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Jones against Batum. Lillard surveying the D. That 3 off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Cousins. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
Well, consistency is what comes to mind when I think of McCollum, especially offensively, where he scores in bunches.
Stolen by McCollum. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And it's good to see McCollum working on becoming a better defender, using his quick hands to wipe the ball away.
And the dunk by Jackson.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Shoots the three. And that one's good. Lillard's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And once Lillard gets going, it's fun to watch. I mean, he attacks with such ferocity.
And the basket by Jackson.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helped him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the floor for Portland, they've got Collins, also Anthony out there. Enes Kanter is out there with Powell, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Collins passes to Simons. 6 on the shot clock. Collins kicks to Kanter. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
Well, they set Kennard up so well. He takes a composed shot and drains it.
Here's Simons. Now the pass to Powell. From downtown, Batum grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 14. Kennard for 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. In the corner, Powell with it. And the dunk by Powell.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Jackson up top. He's guarded by Collins. Jackson, that's good.
Oh, and really, Jackson excels when the defense gets physical with him. He's more than up for any challenge.
To the wing on the left. Passes it to Simons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he could carve a roll out on his team.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Pass to Powell. Fires the 3. Portland again missing. Clippers trail by 10. The 3 from George. Morris finds Beverly. And here's Leonard. Takes it from 10. Again, Los Angeles.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive.
First free throw is good. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Collins. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Kennard's checked in. Outside, George. Back to Kennard. Fires the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Norkic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Jones. Back to Covington. Morris against Jones. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. Damian Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Beverly's checked in. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11-point game. Leonard against Covington. Leonard with the bucket. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now here's Lillard. Down low. Covington passes to Nurkic. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like this.
Pass to George. From the arc. Drops in the tray.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Lillard up top, extended by Beverly. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Portland.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lillard.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Jones dishes to McCollum. And the three ball is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 13.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
He kicks it to Lillard. From deep three-point range, he doesn't hit that one.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
I'm trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.